Hey, everyone.
What's up, guys?
Welcome to the Return with Josh and Maria Cribbs. I'm Maria Cribbs.
And I'm Josh Cribbs.
Hope everybody watching is having a wonderful day. Josh, hold on. Let me just start the show with saying I messed up. All right? I misspoke. I'm sorry. I apologize. You see, I'm a woman. I can be accountable for my wrongdoings.
Depending on how big it was.
It was kind of big.
Yeah. How big it was
I
your
thought Janet
wrongdoing?
Jackson was going to be in town last Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. You got
But she's in town tonight.
It's tonight. You were corrected by your family. Your family knew.
My cousin Keena was like, I think she come in town next week in Cleveland. I was like, oh, man, I done messed up. So Janet will be she probably in town right now. I'm telling you.
Any place.
Now, people are traveling from all over, not even the country, the world, to come see Janet Jackson.
Janet is iconic.
Yes.
You know, again, and I mentioned this last week, I am sort of interested in going to see iconic singers, entertainers perform. I saw Madonna when she came to Cleveland.
And it was a great concert.
She's iconic.
The boys on Josh like,
I'm not
Josh
really.
Like, get off of me. Get off of me.
Stop. And Ryan, I'm not really interested in a lot of Madonna's music. You know, I'm very eclectic in my sound and what I listen to, but I wanted to be in the number. Like when the Beatles played, they played when I was coaching for the Texans. Some of the, and I went into the building to be amongst.
You want to be in there?
Yeah. Oh man, these are legends.
Because
icons.
When you were at the Texans coaching, wasn't like, it's not like the Browns where you go to Berea, to the facility for all the coaching staff. Y'all are actually at the stadium.
Right.
So the concerts will be happening
live
while you're there. Okay.
Right.
Could you go down there for free?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, we work in the building, so
Texas,
it was a lot of concerts.
Josh ready to come back. Just go ahead and call him. We want to hear all the free live concerts.
I don't want to come back. It's all good. It was a good time while I was there. But it was
So you saw the Beatles?
Yeah, so some of the members were performing, right? And whatever concert they were, if I deemed them icons, I'd go. Is there any icons that you would go see, Ryan, no matter what, that may not be in your genre?
Travel.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, travel maybe. That's depending on how far I would travel for it.
Yeah, would you go if they're not sort of in your genre, but I gotta go see them? Are they?
Yeah, like that's a great question. I would say like Kiss. That would be a band I would want to go see. Even somebody like I would go see Beyonce. I don't listen to her, but like if somebody's like, "Dude, you want to go see Beyonce?" I'd be like, "Yeah,
Beyonce."
Like, why not? Yeah.
And if Kiss was down there performing at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I'm walking down there.
Hold on,
I'm gonna be in the midst of
lead singer. Isn't it Tyler? Is it something Tyler?
For Kiss?
Yeah.
The only person I know in that is what was it, Gene Simmons?
Yeah,
Simmons.
Yeah.
The one that has his tongue out all the time.
Gene Simmons is the workout.
That's a fitness.
The workout guru.
Dang, the one that be having his tongue out all the time, right?
Yeah.
We get who you talking about?
Okay, but y'all know we know Kiss. It's like iconic.
So that so we don't listen to Kiss like that,
right? But I would go. I would go.
That if Kiss was down there performing, we going? Because that's how their reputation proceeds.
Black eyeliner and everything.
Exactly. The mask.
Some black nails.
For me, I will see icons. Even if I'm in Vegas and these are icons that are performing, I'm going to see them. And that's how what happened here in Cleveland. Madonna was out there. I'm like, I'm putting on my Christian Louboutins.
Josh was ready. I'm
out there.
Because I will say this. Usually I have to beg him to go certain places with me.
Yeah.
It was easy with Madonna. I know Janet Jackson tonight, if I happen to get some tickets, you would go down
I'm going.
there.
That's Janet. She's a Jackson 5.
But one thing.
She's a Jackson.
She's a Jackson.
Not Jackson.
One thing I noticed about you, and Ryan, maybe you can speak to this too. You didn't really go to concerts
Not
growing
at all.
up.
Not at all.
Ryan, when was your first concert?
Oh gosh, my first ever.
Probably like Tuesday last week. Sorry, no.
I don't know what my first one.
Like high school, middle school?
One of my earliest ones was Billy Joel.
Billy Joel? What was your young self doing down at Billy Joel?
In Progressive Field. I went with my mom.
That was a few years ago though, right?
He came, this was like 10, because he came, he did come back though.
Okay, recently. I remember Billy Joel was here. Okay.
My first concert ever, I would say, was Beyonce.
Beyonce, here.
I was in too much in sports and stuff, and if it was a concert, I'd rather listen to the songs on the devices.
But you're from D.C. Y'all get like some of the main concerts. I had some of the main venues down there. You gotta understand,
Ryan, and Maria, you forget, my whole adult life was here in Cleveland. I was, as a kid, if it's not Bone Thugs and Harmony, performing in DC on the mall.
But you understand, they were touring when you were
free.
Josh, they were touring when you were in middle school and high school. So what I'm saying is maybe you were just so wrapped up in sports, you didn't do anything outside of sports because you could have been going to concerts in middle school.
For money to go to the corner store and get candy. They not about to give me $120 back in the day to go to a concert to hear somebody.
They were like $65. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
They were like, because I told you.
But that's a lot back in the day. That was a lot.
Hold on. Did I tell y'all what I used to do when
Gas
I was in...
$1 was 90 cents back in the day.
Did I tell y'all what I used to do when I was in middle school?
Did you know that? If it's
excuse me, high school.
If it's not too inappropriate.
It's not. Hold on. I'm going to tell you. Don't go anywhere. We're going to go commercial. I'm going to tell y'all what I used to do in high school when we return. All right, now welcome back to the show. So look, when you just spoke of ticket prices being like $150 back when you were middle and high school,
right.
That wasn't the case back then. And you know how I know?
Hold on. Before she tells this story.
No, I used to work.
Are you going to get arrested?
No, I'm not going to get arrested.
They're not going.
I think it's like statute of limitations. We good.
I don't think
if they do, sue him because I ain't got it.
Ain't suing me. I ain't know you then.
Okay,
I got a good lawyer.
So look, okay, I used to work at Kroger's, right? That was my first job when I was 14 years old. Hey,
is this story going to last?
No, it's not going to be a super long story. Okay.
Break?
So look, we had a customer service desk. I worked sometimes, the video department. But then in the video department, we would sell Ticketmaster tickets.
Okay.
So one day, we would just work on Saturdays, and it would be like lines outside the door depending on whose tickets go on sale that week. Usually Fridays and Saturdays are when the tickets would drop for like the main artists to go on sale. You have to be in line to get a good spot, for your tickets. So like 9, 10 in the morning, the tickets are going on sale, right? But then sometimes you would have people sleeping overnight outside the day before to get tickets. So we met him. I forget. I think his name was Andy. It don't
matter his name.
And he was a grown man, right?
Trying to rush her story.
But look, he knew that we had access to the tickets, so he would pay us to get off work to be in line, like stay in line for him. So he would get the tickets.
People,
and I tell you, he would buy like 20, 30 tickets. He must have been a ticket scalper or maybe selling to like a company
or something. Not relevant to the story.
But
Keep
look,
it going.
I'm just telling you. So tickets back then would be like $45 to $65.
Right.
For like front row. They have like a $2 service fee. But now the tickets are so crazy.
They're crazy expensive. You have to make a decision. Do you actually want to go see your icon performer versus just watching on TV?
Yeah.
Because you got to count it. If you're traveling, you got to count all that cost. And it's almost a vacation just to see somebody for a few hours.
I can guarantee you're not going to sit in front row less than like $500 to see Madonna.
I just want to be comfortable. Like we had really good seats to Madonna when she came to Rocket Mortgage.
Maybe we
were on the floor.
We were right there.
We had a little private, and it was
you
nice.
Looking up like this the whole time,
right? And that's the thing. But if you were too far in the back,
in the stage in the way, so you looking like this. You're like, oh, I think I see Madonna over there.
I'm like, is that her? Is that her?
Yeah, because the stage was so high. But I think it's worth it. But the ticket prices are getting ridiculous, though. I will say that.
Is there anybody now who we didn't mention that's noteworthy of going that's still performing?
Well, I was saying, who would y'all go travel to see?
So
like now, people going travel to see Bad Bunny and
I enjoy. My hometown. That's why they have these tours that go to different cities. They would have to come to as close as Columbus, Detroit, or Pittsburgh.
You know what I realized?
I'm not taking no plane to go see them. I'm like, they didn't come to Cleveland.
He's not telling the truth. You mean when you were younger or now?
Now.
Because you live in D.C. y'all got all the main artists.
I was a child in D.C. I didn't have no $65, and I wasn't wasting it on that.
Josh's mother is a pastor. So you wasn't doing number gospel concerts, were you? That's what it is right there.
Why you gotta put me all out there like that?
Because I'm like, how could you not have attended some concerts growing up? Like, we had Chris Cross,
I was the baby.
Brat,
I was the baby.
So Def, Total.
My sister went to concerts and came and told us all about it.
Really?
And she took the concert money that was supposed to be for the family.
Man.
And the boys, my brother and I, we weren't interested in that. We had each other. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm not traveling again. If it's somebody who I mentioned that I want to see that plays within a 2-hour distance, that's the travel.
Okay.
I'm not going 3-4 hours to see somebody who I can see on TV in the comfort of my own home.
Who would you see? Because you only name females. Who would you see?
Well,
out of town. Who would you go travel to see right now? Come on, give it to me. Give me two.
Bone was had a tour.
Okay, I would see
remember
Bone.
that's iconic for me, and I'm from Washington D.C.
Right. Okay.
If they got back together and was doing boom, 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 boom. So remember doing
Josh Cribs would be at the
pandemic.
concert.
Didn't they do a versus battle?
Yeah, they did.
And I was online like, boom, I'm gonna miss heaven. I was rapping everything, and It's just there. I love Bone Thugs, and when we was doing our other show, we had a chance to meet Crazy,
mm-hmm. and he's in good health now. Thank
goodness. Look, Ryan, I got a chance to fan out meeting Crazy Bone, and they remember me from playing. They like, oh man, Chris, what's up, baby? I'm like, oh, I wanted to really fan out because I don't never get a chance to meet a star who I deem
who you
a star,
admire,
who I admire.
Yep.
And I was like, oh man, Bone shook his hand, grabbed his arm a little bit, sized him up. I'm like, man, I could rap,
He was
man.
so cool.
But I wanted to spit some flow for him.
Yeah, he ain't want to hear that.
Yeah,
he didn't want to hear that. But you know what concert I'm mad I missed though? I'm upset. The K-Dot. The Pop Out concert.
Okay. Why were you upset?
Because
were you a huge fan?
Because before all this Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, you know our family is a fan of Kendrick. We also like Drake's music as well.
Like everybody. I work out
Kendrick
Drake
Lamar. When I heard the Black Panther soundtrack, I was like, oh, this man he's a genius, right? Okay, so you saw the concert,
I'm not going
right?
to see Drake though. That's not Drake is a good rapper.
I did.
But
I like his music too, though. But regardless of the beef, he got music that I vibe to. You know.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing, right? And there's a lot of women fans of Drake, right? I know guys are fans, but not necessarily going to the concert because the women go to concert to see each other in their outfits and stuff. I just want to turn it on and rap to it. I'm not out there rapping. You know what I'm saying? I'm not at the concert.
But guys go to the concerts to get the women. Like, come on.
Right. And I already have one. So what am I doing at that? That's like going to the club to pick up girls with your buddies. I'm like, dude, man, y'all done, man. I got to be at home in a little. I'm being the buzzkill. So I would be at the club, at the concert being a buzzkill. I'm like,
you can enjoy the vibe.
I can listen to this in the car, man.
There's nothing like live music. But what I was going to say regarding the Pop Out concert where you see Kendrick Lamar did the They Not Like Us, I think 5 or 6 times back to back. Right. Do you think, and Kendrick Lamar, he united the community. He had, people from gangs there. He had artists, celebrities, athletes, like, everyone came together as a community. Do you think, and so I was noticing so many people on stage were people who you would see back in the day blasting Drake's music, or you know what I'm saying, going front row or back row to his concerts. So do you think Drake, in the midst of this beef going on, you think he looked at the concert and like kind of just looking to see who was supporting? Like, all right, I ain't dealing with them no more. Like, how do you handle that? You don't think so?
No, I'm not a rapper, so I wouldn't know how he would actually take it.
They don't have to choose sides?
I don't think so. I think this beef actually did more for Kendrick.
Kendrick already had his awards. He already very well established.
Kendrick was chilling. He was chilling. He wasn't out on the block like that. He wasn't out making new albums like that.
But you don't always got to be in the forefront
and it revitalized Kendrick Lamar. It made him push him into the forefront. Yes, he was on the top list of rappers, but what was current for him? Was he in the headlines in a long time? We knew he was out there.
You don't have to be in the headlines to be successful, though.
But
you know what I mean?
That's what happens. Sometimes all publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
And the beef stuff was good publicity for him. Because Drake fans are more likely Kendrick Lamar fans, too. It was a lot of fans who was like, oh, man, Drake, I ride with Drake, man, but Kendrick won. I still ride with Drake, but Kendrick won.
I saw somebody create I don't know if it was a post or it was a conversation around Kendrick Lamar. He's like having he has more substance opposed to Drake. Yeah. Drake's being more gimmicky, catchy. Yeah.
Well, when you see, and again, we said this last time, Ryan, when we knew who side Maria was on, and saying Drake was gimmicky. Like, that's a negative connotation. That's a negative word.
It is, but
Drake puts, in my opinion, he puts together more pop, more songs that people listen to on the regular.
And I think more songs gonna make you more money.
Kendrick is a style lyricist that a seasoned palate needs.
Yeah.
And he's a better lyricist, rapper. But Drake is the better performer.
But I don't care because if I'm Drake, I'm still looking at whoever's on the stage, like, all right, I ain't dealing with them no more. Are you okay? You liking that song? I'm sorry, I'm petty like that. I'm petty like that.
I know you are. Yeah. I live with you.
That is not nice.
I'm just saying. Like,
we'll be right back.
The get back in the house is real.
You get in trouble now, Josh. All right, welcome back to the show. Apparently, I'm petty.
You are.
No, I am. I'm an Aries. We're not petty.
I think you take it to another level. And I have stories, but
I'm sorry. If I was Drake, I'd be sitting back watching all y'all. Like, y'all better not. Don't text my phone. Don't call me asking for tickets when I'm in town.
So you make
I'm
it
not
seem like nobody else is
business.
allowed.
I'm not coming to be sitting side, courtside at your games. Nah.
You make it seem like nobody else is allowed to admire or recognize.
No one who claim they like me, they deal with me, that we cool. No.
In that case,
my enemies are your enemies.
That's like saying, because you're a Browns fan, you can't recognize the records that Devin Hester has set. He set a lot of records, and he's entering the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Right. I can recognize that. I'm not going to hate because I'm a Browns fan, and I had set a lot of records myself on the kick return sides. And yeah, I should belong because I broke the record for most kick return touchdowns in NFL history, and then broke it again in the same game.
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
Thanks, Josh, for that information. We didn't know that.
Hate because I was not only a kick returner, but a return specialist, both kick and punt and coverage at the highest level. So it's not like I'm a hate on him because of his success. We can congratulate that, but also recognize this. So why be petty? Why be petty?
Because if you see your friends over there choosing sides,
why are they choosing sides? They recognizing and bobbing with the other guys. Like, oh man, that was dope. That was cool. All right, but I'm still his fan. I'm still with Drake, but
nah, that's not how my friendships work. That's not how I operate my friendships.
See, that's what I'm saying. Maria and a lot of people are like this, Ryan, and I don't know, you might be like this too.
Be like that, Ryan. Be like that.
If you have a friend and you beefing with, and your friend is beefing with somebody else,
assumed beef.
They expect you to beef with the same people that they beefing with.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think it shouldn't be like that, especially if y'all all mutual friends.
Yeah, no, I don't do that. I know people that do that. You assume you're just going to jump in on theirs.
Right,
but it's like, yeah, you can't expect them, even though as close as they are, to just be that personal about it. Like, it wasn't about me.
Right.
So as much as I'm friends with you, unless I'm totally not friends with this person, then I'll obviously be on your side. But if I'm a little bit of friends with even the other person, then like figure it out on your own.
Best friends, it work like that.
Yeah.
Like if this my best friend,
I don't expect two guys to understand.
My best friend is beefing, Maria.
I don't expect two guys to understand.
No, if this is my best friend, my road dog, and he got beef, we got beef.
Oh, now what Maria's saying is going to ring true. Because that's all I was saying.
I'm not, but what you talking about, like my favorite
Drake
rapper.
Used to have a lot of people.
It don't go. I don't know Drake. He not my best friend.
Drake be cool with athletes.
I don't got loyalty to this man who raps on a record. I'm not beefing with the people he beefing with. I'm listening to both of them.
Okay, so say like, hold on.
I'm in the crowd. Hold on. I'm in the crowd at like the 8 Mile soundtrack. I'm rocking with them. Like an 8 Mile going, and they battle rapping. I'm listening to both of them. I'm like, oh, Papa Doc. Oh, that rhyme. And Clarence's parents have a real good marriage.
Hey.
I'm listening to both rappers, and I'm recognizing the both artistry from both of them. They ain't my besties.
Okay, but in the case of, I got to bring it a little closer to home. I guess, what was the guy who used to play for Beckham? Odell Beckham. And Drake supposed to be really cool, right? Now, say Drake seen Odell out there on the pop-out tour stage, like, they not like us. Wouldn't it be a problem? They supposed to be really cool.
It'd be a problem if that's his bestie. You said they really cool. So it may be a problem.
He be staying at his house and stuff.
Then it's maybe a problem. Okay, so
that's all I was saying. I'm not petty like that.
If he's staying at his house, I'm like, dang. But
that's what I was saying, you guys.
But Odell, that's not OBJ's his repertoire. He's a football player, entertainer. They're all cool.
But what I'm saying is, if I was Drake, I would no longer be cool with anybody on that stage, bobbing their heads, acting, showing their teeth. Okay, that's all I was saying.
My prerogative, like Bobby Brown said. That's my prerogative.
Doing what I want to do. It's my prerogative.
I'm just saying.
Guess who's on fire right now?
Who is that?
The Guardians.
Yes, the Guardians are on fire.
Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong. Over 50 wins?
No, they just got their 50th win as of yesterday.
Last night?
They're the third team to 50 wins, yes.
Okay, so what does that mean? Is that like a, because they play like 100 and something games, right?
162.
Okay.
But they're on track to in my opinion.
Okay.
To go back to the World Series. That's what the hype is about. I mean, they're a team right now that's geared, primed to be in the
make
running,
it all,
to go all the way.
So then why was I noticed on X they were saying that, while the Guardians have, their 50th win and ESPN has yet to show them any love. Is there any truth to that? What's that about? Ryan, do you know anything about that?
Yeah, it's just another thing of the ESPN and whatnot. They definitely favor at least a little bit these big market teams like the LAs, like the New Yorks.
Okay.
So they'll always get more love in the social media. Think of it this way: Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, right?
Okay.
Maybe not to that level, but there's certain clear favorites because they draw more attention, and that's just the fact of New York's your big markets, the LA's your big markets. So even though we have a better record than LA, certainly LA gets more attention.
Yeah, that's some hate right there. So we could talk about revenge on that,
Uh-huh.
the hate on that. But I mean, it is
makes
the
sense,
market.
though, yeah.
It is the market. They try to put on what everybody else.
But when the numbers are there, I don't care how much the New York market or the Cali market gets. When it speaks for itself, when they like, wait a minute, they got 50 wins, they right here neck and neck with the big dogs. We got to get them some airtime.
I want them to continue to succeed, not just for themselves and recognition of what they're doing, but we got to understand that when our sports teams win, it brings a lot of attention to the city of Cleveland.
Right.
It keeps putting us on the map. To whereas when people say Cleveland is not a joke, it's not a punchline to say, oh, I ain't going to Cleveland. It's like, what? Look at our sports teams. They killing. Our skyline is changing every year. Cleveland is the place to be. So that's why I like it. The economy changes when our sports teams are winning. And the recognition is understated on a national stage, but we just gonna keep winning.
That's why we got shows like this on Big Play to keep bringing. We gonna represent for the Guardians. You know what I'm saying? We gonna.
So we gotta start. We gotta go to some games. Well, that's what we gotta do.
We do.
And I'm trying to wait, Brian, to the temperature come down a little bit.
Yeah, it's hot.
I'm enjoying it,
hot.
But the temperature is as fire as they are right now. It was 95 the other day. And it ain't go down to after 4. At 5 o'clock, it was 89 degrees. I was like,
it was so hot in our house. I was Googling. We need one of those portable air conditioners, Josh. Because
I had to turn on.
I don't know if it's something wrong with the insulation. Huh? You said what?
I said I had to turn on the sprinkler system finally
because the grass was crunchy. I let y'all know that about 2 weeks ago.
Oh my God! Just went from green to brown.
And somebody probably watching might be able to chime in on this. Why is our house? I know heat rises for sure. But it shouldn't be feeling cooler outside than it is upstairs in our house. Why is it so hot? Like in the summer, it's hot upstairs in our house. In the winter, it's cold. So it's leading me to believe that the installation is wrong. Because I was looking up portable air conditioner, AC units, Josh.
Right.
They gonna run you about $350.
I've been telling
That's
her
your credit
this,
card?
Ryan, that
4427. What's the expiration in the CCV on the back?
I'm not in the league no more, and you make money for yourself.
I don't want to, but that's not in my budget.
I keep telling her this, y'all, Ryan, that the insulation is not the deal. They have a lot of the vents covered. She put the bed is against one vent in one room. The couch in our room is against another vent. If you go in my daughter's room, she suffers from the same thing. I'm like, you covering up your vents. So how can the air travel through the vents if all of them upstairs are covered? Uncover the air.
So it sounds like this is a user error.
This is user error. It's hot upstairs because the air is not allowed to enter.
But if this is a vent, the bed is over the vent. It's not like suppressing. It's not smothering it to where it should be no airflow, right?
I guarantee you this. Because I sleep, I'm right there with you. Mm-hmm. If you put your hands through our bed, you know how you can go through the mattress part?
Yeah.
And down and under, how when stuff fall, if you could you'll feel a difference in temperature. Or put your hand under the bed.
If you knew all this, why you ain't do nothing about it?
I was trying to tell you, like, we just need to
move
rearrange
the furniture,
something.
muscle man.
What?
Just sat there and ran all them accolades and how many kick return coverages he got. He can't move the couch.
She talking about insulation. And about to say it's going to cost you this much. I'm like, nah, it's going to cost us somebody to help me move the bed safely over a few inches away from the
I was going to go to this place called Ollie's and get me a AC unit. Okay, so Ryan, fill us in. On X, they were chiming in talking about the Cavs and, everybody did a search for a new head coach. Mm-hmm. But then they're saying that the Cavs owner, Dan Gilbert, might jump in and help pick out a new Cavs head coach. Is that a problem?
Yeah, so he actually did that. So
he did?
For a while, the name that everybody thought it was going to be was James Borrego, and I guess it came out that that's who Kobe Altman, the Cavs GM, and a lot of people in the basketball operations there wanted James Borrego. But there was this other candidate named Kenny Atkinson, who was a previous head coach at Brooklyn, spent some time with the Golden State Warriors these last couple years as an assistant. And it came out, a report before, like an hour before it came out that we were going to hire Kenny Atkinson, that Dan Gilbert had kind of like a last-minute meeting with him And he, as the owner, took that final stamp of approval and hired Kenny Atkinson over James Borrego. Now, some people aren't a big fan of owners meddling within the operations of hiring.
Doing his Jerry Jones.
He is a little bit, and
So
a lot of people have this.
Coach.
Yes.
What's his name?
Kenny Atkinson.
Kenny Atkinson. Where are you coming from?
He was on Golden State for a couple years as an assistant.
Okay.
So now he's getting his second full-time head coach gig here in Cleveland, and a lot of people are a little bit skeptical of Dan Gilbert because in 2018 or whatever it was, he did the same thing he did now and hired this guy named John Beeline, who was just an absolute dumpster fire in Cleveland.
Now,
okay, I get you.
Now, was he a top candidate though?
No, he was just not. So that's the difference. That's why I
The
think
new guy or the one in 2018? This guy's not.
This guy wasn't a top candidate?
There wasn't really a prize pick, but I think out of the ones available, he was definitely one of the better ones, one of the more experienced ones for sure. Certainly a more reasonable, explainable hire than John Beeline was. So, but I think people are just letting history be a little.
Yeah.
Okay, in their decision
trying
making.
to screw their take on
like
it,
we did in 2018 and it was a fail. And
if I own a team, don't get mad at me for wanting to control a little bit every now and then.
And that's the argument.
He's been watching football in this town for decades. And he owns the dang on team. You
Basketball?
think what?
You said basketball or football?
Basketball.
You said football.
Dan
I was like, hold on, he got a.
No, I'm just saying, Dan, because Jerry Jones kept getting heat because he's the general manager. He steps in and everybody thinks he should delegate that responsibility. And that's in this case as well.
Yeah.
If you got a general manager, that's their responsibility. However, this is my daggone team. I step in and do whatever I got to take because this gives everybody credence that if they don't win, we hired the wrong coach. Then he get flack. He knows that. He knows that if things don't work out, it's gonna be a repeat of when in 2018, like you said.
Yeah.
So, but he owns the team. Come on, man. Like what? Don't give me
like executive decision being made right here. Now hold on, I was listening to some of the local Cleveland sports talk radio. Shout out to all you guys. Y'all do a wonderful job. And they were talking about the I guess the new Lakers head coach.
Oh,
I forget who
he's
it was.
the ex-player.
JJ Redick.
JJ Redick.
But one of the commentators said
his
he
last
has
year's
as
coaching.
He's only ever coached his
his son's team.
football team or something like that. I mean, a basketball team.
Yeah.
Was he joking? Was there any truth to that?
It's true.
Oh, are you kidding me?
He played before though.
Brian, do you know anything about this?
Yeah, he played before, and
he's a player.
and he's been out of the league for a couple of years now, and his only real experience is he had a podcast in season with LeBron James, and now he's his head coach.
Okay, so hold on now. I didn't know he was a player, and I'm not trying to be biased, but I am. I don't believe all players can be coaches because they're not good at articulating or
or having it translate.
Yeah. But I do believe that ex-players are qualified.
Yes.
And I really don't, even down to a collegiate level, but once they start maturing and, getting that grown man, I do believe ex-players should be able to coach.
I think a lot of times people don't understand, Ryan and Maria,
their resumes,
process.
what they've been doing. Yeah.
Right, and not just that, but the process of interviewing and hiring a coach.
Yeah.
They don't just say, man, you're hired. No, there's a process. They come in and they talk sports. They talk basketball.
Oh, yeah.
When I came in and interviewed for the Browns job, I had to show football knowledge.
Yeah, you had your
I had to go to the drawing board. I had
booklet.
to go to the board, draw up plays, explain my methodology. I had to explain my coaching tactics. They asked questions. What do you call in this situation? What do you do in this? I had to make them feel comfortable in the knowledge that I presented on the field.
Absolutely.
That I can actually translate it to other guys. So I'm pretty sure they put him to the rigors to make sure, okay, this guy is the real deal. He played.
I didn't know he was an ex-player. Okay.
He showed it on the court.
If I would have known he was an ex-player, I wouldn't have even questioned it.
Right.
Okay.
Now, if he hadn't been an ex-player and shown his intelligence on there, on the court, then we would have been like, man, what the heck? They would have been talking about, they've been talking about this like
but that wasn't fair for
did the Colts hire mid-season?
Jeff Saturday,
but he too was a former player.
Okay.
Great player.
He was a former player. He was buddies with the owner.
Yeah.
And Jeff Saturday got hired. He did a pretty good job
but now
coming
I'm
in
because the radio host, he didn't say that he was an ex-player.
Right.
He said he only
out.
Okay.
Some stuff is left
They
out.
had me chuckling though. All
right.
right, so look, we got more show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, you guys. Now, welcome back to the show. Now, Josh, there is this video going viral of the Hawk Tuah girl.
Man.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, man. I don't
Ryan,
know how
you seen it?
I don't know how this made it on the show.
Absolutely.
Man, how did this make it on the show?
Viewers,
man?
if y'all
Lord,
have not
mercy.
Google,
Turn off the TV, Mom.
look for this video right here on
Go get some
anywhere on
snacks.
social. It's going viral, but they're calling her the Hawk Tuah girl because of how she answered a question. So we can't air the video. It's too graphic, okay? But I'm just gonna ask the fellas, was she right?
Ryan?
I mean,
Toasted to Ryan.
I mean, yeah.
Oh!
I think that's why it's so viral.
Right. Because it's like she said
Josh?
she spoke plain words to a lot of people who can relate. And like, yep, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
There it go.
But hold on,
Baby,
I would have
look
to
at
say,
that. That's how we do it.
I would have to say, she looks rather young to me.
Right.
So we parents, right?
Right.
We probably older to be her parent.
Right.
Would you be okay with Kimura?
I would be sick to
going-
my stomach.
Hell no.
I would be sick to my stomach. I mean, literally sick to my stomach.
As a cool parent, I'm like, man, that girl crazy as heck. I'm cracking up laughing.
As a cool parent,
Yeah,
you
I
gonna
was
be
like,
like
hey.
that girl crazy. As a cool parent, because I
Until it's
think
your
I'm a
kid.
cool parent.
Yeah.
I'm like getting dizzy. I'm like, oh my God.
My daughter doing what?
Like, is this what I raised? Like,
Yeah.
oh my God. Like, I'm figuring out how to rectify the situation and where did I go wrong? Like, oh my gosh. Like, do I need to fight somebody? Like, who made you like this? What happened?
my God.
Who did it? I want to, like,
Josh.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Because I'm like, oh my, but this ain't my child though. I ain't
Okay,
got
so you would be upset. I
I'll
was
be
cracking up.
mortified.
Okay.
This is like, it'd be like, what I would look at my own history and be like,
What did I do
are
wrong?
you punishing me, Lord, Father? Like, cause I'm like, it'd be like the sins of the father type of deal. Like, that's the karma that they say happens
Yeah.
when men are
When they do people wrong,
philanderers.
or- yeah. Mhm.
That it'll come up in your children. All right, you've been doing all this to girls, your daughter is going to do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something like that. I would be looking at myself inward like, was this me? So I would be mortified.
Y'all gotta
I
go
mean,
check
this is
that
not all
video
right.
out. Okay, so say, you know how
This
they
is a part of the young generation that I'm like,
and
dang,
so
man.
I think with us being so, not that we like cool
this
parents
I know
or
I'm
you,
getting older.
right, but my thing is, you know how they say, well, kids gotta be careful what they put on social because you could not get hired from a job for what you post.
Right.
If I saw that video and she was like an applicant for something I had going on, would I use that video to like X her out of the
Right.
candidacy? No, but I think because we're cool, we understand that
Yeah,
we get
you
it.
would.
But some people will probably
She's
would.
not representing the because she's too famous now. She's the Hawk Tuah.
Yeah.
She has a nickname. She's the
I
Hawk
was shocked when
Tuah girl.
Because I was like, what's the Hawk
You think
Tuah?
she's gonna be
When
working
I
at
see
my
her
bank, Ryan? Hello, how you doing? I'm Susan. No, you're not. You are the Hawk Tuah girl. Can we take a picture with you? Hey guys, I'm going live. The Hawk
said
Tuah.
Hawk Tuah. He said
We
Tuah.
found her at the bank.
Hold
It
on,
will mess your business up. No, it does mess your hiring up.
not
It
for
does
me.
mess
I
your
would still hire her.
employment.
I think it's just
You-
she's at
you-
a bar, she's having fun.
See it. Yeah.
It's not like what?
You can't. You have. If depending on your business,
Okay.
it does mess you up. See, Ryan, this is what people don't understand. We didn't have this technology back in the day, right? So there was a lot of stuff that we did as kids in our youth that, man, if they had it on TV, I wouldn't have this job right now. The things that we say to ourselves in private with
That's
our
true.
boys,
That's
they're
true.
not. It's not meant to get out.
If the Call of Duty lobbies, the parties got
my
leaked.
God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're doing 25 to life.
Oh,
we
yeah.
out of here.
Oh, yeah.
We like, yeah, man. The Call of Duty, the soundtrack got out, man. Our discussion last night got out, man. So yeah, they locking me up. I'm doing 20.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
so what do y'all think about? And I've heard this not just from the Hawk Tuah. You said Hawk Tuah. It's Hawk Tuah.
Well,
You're making it
Tui. Hawk Tuah. I don't need to be proficient in her name.
okay. Well, that's not her
In the
name, but
name.
in the.
In the action.
Y'all, please check that video out. But what do you think of what she said when he asked
Skip
her,
the
what's the
subject.
easiest way to get over your ex in a breakup? And she said the easiest way to get over someone is to get under someone else. True or false? I'm going to say not necessarily get under, but I think it helps you get over someone else if you have someone else you can occupy your time with. Not necessarily in a
Yeah.
romance, in
Yeah,
that type
just
of way.
because you occupying your time doesn't mean you're getting over somebody. You get what I'm saying? Like, just because there's someone else in the picture that may be a rebound, that don't mean that you over this other person. That just mean that you can show up in Instagram pictures with somebody new and make that other person petty, make them mad like Maria would do. The pettiness.
No,
that
I
we
would
talk,
not.
I think that's real petty. If you ain't over somebody, don't enter into something new because you bringing in that same garbage that you had in your previous relationship. Do
Hey,
you not agree with that?
Sounds like Josh has been a rebound before. And he feeling some kind of way
I
about
feel
it.
like I'm your
I
rebound.
definitely...
It's like, no, I'm just kidding.
I definitely agree with, you don't want to be sitting at home crying, moping, just watching the time
you
go
agree
by,
with
watching the paint dry.
Get up
I
under
think you
somebody
should-
else?
I'm not saying get up under. That's why I said I don't necessarily agree with getting intimate with someone else, but I do think you should occupy your time by talking to other people. Yes.
So is that
I'm about to be sitting at home crying over you.
Advice you would give to our daughter or our son? Hey man, go ahead out there and get somebody else, man. You good?
Well,
Don't
no,
cry.
I would
Don't
say,
stop. Don't
take,
cry
take,
though.
take some
Go ahead
time
get
and
somebody else. I know they like you.
take some time and heal.
Exactly. Exactly.
Ain't
The
nobody-
real.
Only the mature people take time to heal. Ain't nobody healing.
But that's the mature information. That's what you would tell your children or
Yeah.
the people you
In
love.
a perfect world, you need to go out there and heal. Yeah.
So you wouldn't tell your friends. You'd be like, girl, go out there and get it.
Anytime I've ever had a breakup, it always eased my mind talking to someone else. I wouldn't worry about what they doing, where they at, why they not calling, why my phone's not ringing. No, you talk to somebody else, and then next thing you know, you look up, it's been a whole month, and you ain't tripping off him at all. You're over them. It takes.
I know
It
when
do
I
take someone
finally
else to get
leave
over someone
Maria,
else.
I'm gonna unfollow her on every social media. I'm gonna act like she
You're
doesn't
toxic.
exist.
Why?
Because you going, I gotta get out here and be with somebody else to occupy. What? You supposed to be mature and healing. I'm like, nah, I don't need to be up under nobody else. I'm gonna heal.
Who said
Maybe I go out with the friends, the fellas.
Who said I was mature and healing? Who said I was mature?
Oh, right. Who
Don't
did
go
say
anywhere,
that?
Leg. We gotta go to
No
commercial.
one's-
We'll be right back. All right, now welcome back to the show. Now, keeping it in the fun of relationship. Why are you looking like that? What happened?
Cause from the
And
Hawk
Ryan, you
tour,
didn't even, huh?
from the Hawk tour girl to like you telling the
What?
question.
Oh,
of
the next question is
these
coming
questions, yeah.
Okay, so I saw this on
relationships.
Hollywood Unlocked. Shout out to them. They had a post and it put, "How do men grieve after a breakup?" And so I thought it would be nice, as I have two men right here, to chime in, as well as some of the comments that were under the post. You want to discuss?
Yeah, let's do
Ryan,
it.
can I please see the first comment?
Yeah, I got them all up here because I'm not sure what order you want to go
Oh,
through.
you do?
so
Okay,
there
let me
you go.
see. Which one we got? Well, I'll just read some. Okay, it says, "Y'all be torn into pieces. We just don't take time to heal. We start with the next to fill the void caused by the hurt."
Absolutely.
But you just sat there and said you can't just move on and be talking to someone else before the commercial.
I wasn't
Now
speaking,
you agree with me.
I
all of
wasn't
a,
speaking
now
about me.
No, not.
Oh, okay,
You
I
on the
was.
show. Who are we
I
speaking
was.
about?
No, I was. But
See, Ryan,
It's
he
a
called himself
double-edged
up.
sword.
I told you it takes
It's a
someone else to
double-edged
get over
sword.
someone,
it does.
and
but
that someone else might not be
I'm
the
not
person that
gonna-
you end up with.
No.
It might be the
Again,
rebound.
so that lets
You
me-
might have been a rebound. It's
Maria,
okay. We've
that
all been
allowed me to
rebounds.
that allowed me to understand that no, I'm not going to get over that person that I'm still
You
hurt.
will
I'm gonna
eventually.
be hurt,
Time heals all pain.
but I'm gonna still be hanging out with this other chick because I'm like I ain't trying to be feeling the hurt. When I go home from this other chick, I'm gonna be like, man, that was good. A couple hours later, I'll be like, oh, I miss such and such still. That's how guys heal. We
But
we don't really show on our outer. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. But we're thicker skinned sometimes, and we will be out there in them streets. Like, man, we gotta move on. I feel like that's guys.
Okay, let me see the other.
Ryan, how
comment.
would you be if
Ryan.
if it happened? If you broke up with somebody, and what's your protocol for getting over?
For me, I would just have to like delete them off every social media and just
Like
not,
they didn't exist.
Out of sight, out of mind, huh?
I've had to do that before. Like you just gotta
Out
like,
of sight, out of sight, out of mind.
Absolutely, there's no other way.
But then they pop up on your timeline or pop up in a friend that you
Like,
know.
how the heck did you?
I like that. Out of sight, out of
Read
mind.
another
Seriously.
comment, Marie.
Okay, it says, "Man, the grief is real when we love y'all. It hits so different. Like we be sick to our stomachs while we're out with the next victim." And I have a problem with men. Is that?
I'm
Y'all,
reading the
y'all
comment.
both. Ryan's not on camera. He's chuckling as well.
No, I'm reading a comment.
He said,
One of
"I ain't
the
never heard a
comments-
man say I'm taking
Yeah.
time to heal. They always take the baggage to the next victim." Wow. No, because it says this how you deal with breakups. It said no because they be in relationships while in a relationship.
Right.
You agree with that?
Nah, I'm just saying, right, like you read it correctly.
And he said,
I'm
yeah,
not
if we
gonna put
don't
the men
show
out
it,
there.
best believe it's a war going
It's
on
like
in our head.
Maria want me to throw men under the bus, but I do agree with that last one. It's a war going on in our head.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, man, we internalize things. We have too much ego or too feel like we're too manly to go get assistance, like in therapy or counseling or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So we be battling mentally to ourselves. We go into ourselves. We sometimes get quiet and we deal with it internally. And whatever you see on the outside is like an empty shell. So sometimes that's us. You hear that, women?
And I mean,
Empty
he
shell.
almost got me, but I just feel like, and just from my inner circle and then, the rest of the human society, I feel like
Human
men usually
society.
cause the breakups. Maybe like 99.9% of the time.
That's such.
So for you to
your
just go
data is
inside.
off. Her data is off.
I got the poll right here according to the
No.
Instagram, the IG story
The
poll.
data you never look at is there's always a cause. Even when you talk about somebody cheating and the women is like, oh, you cheated on me and broke up. Oh, sometimes men don't have the courage.
Don't be blaming women for men cheating
Again,
now.
let me speak.
Oh,
Sometimes men don't have the courage to end
to
it.
not cheat.
Let me speak before you interrupt me again.
Oh, I
okay?
thought I
Is that okay?
I thought we were playing fill in the blanks.
No, we're not.
Oh,
playing
okay.
fill in
Sorry.
the
Let
blanks.
me listen with
This
your
is
ears.
important. Sometimes men don't have the courage to end it, Ryan.
Very true.
So instead of ending
Ryan,
it,
did you just say very true? What is going on?
I'm trying to tell you, Maria, and you need to listen.
Okay, I'm listening.
Sometimes men don't have the courage, I'm gonna say it again, to end it.
So you cheat?
So they go out there because they need to end it. Instead of just cheating on a person who they still care and love for, they just don't have the courage to end it and move on. Instead, they get caught cheating
So they
and
wanna-
become liars and be called and defamed like they're the worst when they should have ended it a long time ago.
I wish you had yourself on camera, Ryan, bobbing your head up and down like that in
I'm
agreement
just
with
telling
Josh.
you, man, that's the truth.
No, you were doing like a.
And let me say something else more
Ryan.
impactful. Women got a lot of intuition when men are out here cheating. They
For
never
sure.
use the same intuition when a man is unhappy. When they can't, they don't know when we unhappy, but they know when we cheating. So in my opinion, figure out when your man is unhappy and you can stop that and nip it in the bud, and he ain't gotta be out there cheating.
But when you married to a Gemini, sometimes they can make themselves unhappy. You might have been born unhappy.
Which is a
you might
cop-out.
be dealing with foundational issues that had nothing to do
Which
before
is
you
a
entered into this
cop-out.
relationship
A
unhappy
cop-out.
and trying to say,
A
oh,
cop-out.
she the reason I'm unhappy.
A cop-out.
Maybe you just unhappy person.
A cop out.
This
I
not a
got you
cop-out.
brothers out there. Cop out.
So basically, they
Therapy.
saying
Everybody needs
basically
therapy.
he's trying to say that men go out there and cheat because they not.
Nope, I'm not generalizing.
They're not able to be upfront enough with you to let you know they don't want to be with you anymore. So they're hoping that they get caught cheating.
I'm not
So then why when y'all get
generalizing
caught
it.
cheating, y'all be crying and I'm gonna jump off the
man, I
edge.
shouldn't have. I thought I really fooled you, man. I don't know how I
Men, they know how to conjure up them tears. Them tears are fake.
Because men, in general, we care for you guys. I
If you
think it's like this. Let
care,
me
you
be
would
real,
verbalize
Ryan.
how
I'ma
you're
be real.
feeling. It's
Some-
called emotional
We
intelligence.
lie to y'all because we care about y'all.
Oh, this baby boy.
Yes. if we ain't love y'all, we would just be like, man, I'm out here with Susan. And I got another girl on.
Hold on, Darcel.
I got Darcel.
From what's the movie?
From
Enough.
Enough. If we ain't care about you, we just tell you. But because we love you, we hide it from you. Take a break, Maria.
We gotta go. We be right back.
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah. I
love
was just
you.
being honest. That's all.
I love you. That's why I lied to you.
Some
Really,
men-
is that we're going to end this show?
Put it on
I'm
a
not-
t-shirt.
I'm
yeah.
not saying
And put his name under like he invented the dang on comment.
a lot of times men, and I heard that on Baby Boy,
Uh-huh.
and the other one, what I got where women's intuition, they know when you're cheating, but don't know when you're not unhappy. I seen that online as well. I was like, ooh, that hit deep because women have the greatest intuition. Maria be like, who you talking to? I be like, oh my God,
No, I don't.
nobody.
He wouldn't even.
Intuition is
he
there.
wouldn't even exist over there in that in front of that microphone.
Maria be pushing, but that's what I'm saying. They have all the
Like,
intuition
Josh
when a
didn't show
man
up
is
today.
cheating. Yeah,
And you show up looking like
Josh
him.
is in the basement
Remember
today,
Martin when he got?
chained up.
Remember Martin had his head all bruised
Yeah,
up.
lumped up from Tommy the Hitman Hearns. but that's the truth though.
Right.
It's causation.
Huh?
You know, causation. You know, some men just don't do stuff randomly.
Yes, y'all do
But
things
what I'm
randomly
saying
because
is
some of
there's
y'all have problems.
A lot of
and
us
you're
be out here
immature.
happy until
Women,
and
let me give y'all.
builds up.
Usually, when and women
and a
and
lot
men
of
too.
women cheat.
Usually, when you get
I've
cheated
heard
on,
that. A lot
it
of
has
women. Hold
nothing
on, I
to
got
do
a
with
fact
you.
from Ryan. A lot of
And this
women
is
cheat.
male or female.
They just do it better.
Yeah, women do cheat better. I will say
Yeah,
that. I know a few women cheating right now. Their man don't even have no clue. Okay, so look, but that's beside the point. That's beside the point. Let me just say this
Bombshell.
to the women and
20
men
seconds.
that can hear my voice. Usually, when you're getting cheated on, it has nothing to do with you.
Cop out.
I know it hurts. I know sometimes we take it personal. It's usually the insecurities or the battle that your person is fighting. It has nothing to do with you. And with that being said, we love y'all so much for
We'll
watching.
end it on that.
Enjoy Janet tonight. Josh, love you.
I
Love y'all.
you.
Bye.
All right. Peace.